Although dermaplane therapy has been around for several years, has recently become a hot trend in the beauty industry in the last couple of years. In this tutorial, I will be giving you the pros and cons so you can make the right decision if this procedure or technique is what you want to do for your skin. I do have 2 more tutorials that I've done a couple of years ago, and I will put the link at the end of this tutorial. Now, the vellus hair, also called lanugo, are referred to the peach fuzz or the baby hair that are quite translucent and unmistakably thinner than the body hair in your arms, legs, and of course your hair. Vellus hair has seemed unnecessary, yet they serve a useful purpose. They regulate our body temperature and help the sweat evaporate from our body. Now, on the other hand, hirsutism is excess hair growth on the body or face. It's caused by excessive hormone called androgens. The hair may grow in places where men get lots of it, such as maybe the beard, the upper lip, on the chest, the back, and hairy throughout the body, which women usually don't get it. Women get a little bit of unbalanced hormonal, which could be caused maybe at puberty, pregnancy, or menopause. There are a range of common side effects of dermaplaning that I want to bring forward, and that includes breakouts, risk of infection, redness, discoloration, irritation, minor cuts. The procedure only affects the top layer of your skin, the top layer of the epidermis. So it isn't as effective as more intensive exfoliation treatments. And this treatment is quite costly. If this is your first time on my channel, welcome. My name is Maria, and this is Aglaia Aesthetics Online. I provide a lot of little videos, and most of all, I also have a professional online aesthetics courses. So check out my website, the link below, so you can see if this is something that you would like to embark. So let's get started so we can understand how dermaplaning works on the skin. I'm going to show and explain both sides. Now, dermaplaning treatment can be particularly damaging for specific skin types. It is particularly bad for those which have acne blemishes, acne, or even cold sores. Inflammation is highly likely to occur as a result of potential spreading the bacteria, the pathogenic bacteria, caused by the spreading during this treatment. This can lead to pigmentation and even scarring. If your dermaplaning blade contains the bacteria, so you did the shaving and there's bacteria on the blade, or also on your hands, which you have gloves on, you may be more likely to experience a breakout after this treatment. If you have sensitive skin or a recent sunburn, you may find yourself with more severe side effects. The treatment is also unsuitable for individuals who have taken Accutane or isotretinoin within the last 6 months. A more intensive dermaplaning, you may see little nicks or scratches or deep cuts. If your skin have been overworked, or you're like being very eager that you're doing yourself, or the professional has done extra work, then your skin's barrier will be impaired and you will be left with red, inflamed, and sensitive. And the products you should avoid before and after dermaplaning is such as retinoids, Retin-A, for 2 or 3 days before and after. Avoid any physical scrubs before and after 2 or 3 days, and most of all, avoid makeup for at least for about 24 hours after treatment. Wear mineral SPF makeup after the treatment to avoid sun damage. And please, please, please stay out of the sun at least for 3 or 4 days post-treatments. Unfortunately, not all treatments are for everyone. So if you have, I'm going to mention a couple of them that comes up to my mind here. So if you have cold sores, if you have acne or any blemishes, stay away from it. If you have any kind of worse skin cancer, okay, don't go over that. Eczema, dermatitis, if you're a hemophiliac, oh my goodness, not rosacea, stay away from rosacea, it's very sensitive. Scleroderma, impetigo, well, impetigo is like a bacterial. If you have any form of vascular lesions, telangiectasia, if you have cupros, erythema, you know, the red cheeks, if you have uncontrolled diabetes, any form of scarring, such as like a hypertrophic scarring or keloids, darker skin. If you have thick, dark hair, not advisable. Even though it's very easy to shave, it's not advisable. Pregnancy, why? Is because usually a lot of times during pregnancy, you might get some hair growth. Chemotherapy, any form of radiation. If you're on hormonal therapy, Accutane, if you do any form of peels like glycolic, HAs like the alpha hydroxy acid, retin-A, salicylic acid, you should be very careful. And you want to avoid any form of heat, such as going into the sauna, heavy workouts, steam rooms. Yeah, also avoid if you want to do waxing, no. Any dermal fillers, no. Botox, no, for at least 2 or 3 weeks. Can dermaplaning causes ingrown hairs? And yes, it can. After dermaplaning the face, those baby hairs can resurface as ingrown. And the blunt hairs make it seem coarse. And that is a bit of a controversial thing. Some people say yes, they will become out coarser. And the prickly sensation, when it comes out, it makes you feel like you want to shave again. So it becomes like an ongoing routine. So for me, between the cost and then the irritation and then the blunt hair and maybe ingrowns, I do not know if this is a procedure that I would want to do it on myself. So for the sake of exfoliation, the better treatment is microdermabrasion versus dermaplaning. We talked about exfoliation. Now, how can we remove the hair? I truly believe that the little peach fuzz, leave it alone. Why would you want to remove the peach fuzz on the face? It has the benefits. So, however, if you have hair growth, there's other ways. So what are some of the treatments that I would advise? Now, if you cannot afford the expensive treatments, just tweeze the particular hair. That's it. If you have lots of them, then shave only the area that you need. So if you have hair here, just shave this area. That's it. If you want to do a little bit more aggressive, you can do waxing. However, there's a controversial thing there about waxing, because when you pull the hair by the root, which is an epilation, you may cause stimulation of more hair growth, especially in the peach fuzz. Now, the thick hair will not get any thicker because it cannot go any deeper. However, by waxing the peach fuzz, it will become accelerated peach fuzz. Means a little bit longer that you can see it in the sun. So waxing for me, it is only on the area where there is the thick hair. So now, sometimes happens that you might go to the esthetician, you just have a couple of hairs here, and the esthetician might want to give you a little bit extra treatment, so she might wax where is not necessary. And I tell you, do not wax on the peach fuzz. Wax only on the deep hair. Hopefully that makes sense to everyone. Now, threading. Threading is also a good procedure, and basically you're using threads, and they're just pulling the hair that is long or is also called terminal hair. Professional sugaring, again, is exactly the same as waxing. So if you want to do sugaring, please do it only on the area where you have this big, thick terminal hair. Laser. And the laser is called hair reduction. And so they will shave the area and do laser in the area that you have this terminal hair. But it's called hair reduction. With electrolysis, it is more tedious. It is a one thin filament that goes into the hair follicle. And I'm going to show you a picture now. And it is very slow. It could be a little bit painful, but it is the only permanent hair removal. So there is also natural ways to create a paste and try to apply it evenly. And I'm going to give you the ingredients in a second. Apply evenly in that area where you have hair. Allow it to dry, and then you remove it very gently. So if you have hair here, you're going to stretch the skin, and then you're going to eliminate or remove the paste by going upwards like this. And then once the paste is gone, then you move over and you kind of go upwards like this. So please be very gentle. So by doing this, the paste is adhered to the hair, and by doing this, it's going to be pulled out. So the ingredients are, and most likely you will have these ingredients in your kitchen. So 1 tablespoon of graham flour, 1 tablespoon of natural yogurt, half a teaspoon of pure natural turmeric, and a few drops of lemon juice. Now you make it a little paste and you apply all over your face thinly, but only on the area that you have your hair, you're going to rub it off like that. The other area you can use, now remember turmeric is very staining, so use a color face cloth, and then with tepid water, you can put it onto your face and then gently remove it that way. Now, approximately about half hour later, you will want to get a drop or couple of drops of lavender oil and a couple of drops of tea tree oil. You mix it together and you apply in the area, because both of these essential oils have an effect of hair reduction. Apply these oils and you leave in the area and you massage it until fully absorbed. Once it's fully absorbed, then you can apply your moisturizer. If you want a really good moisturizer skincare, I have a link below. Now, you want to repeat this process at least twice a week. Initially, you will notice that the hair is going to thin out and it slows down the hair growth. It will soften your skin and it will brighten your skin tone. So, in conclusion, dermaplaning has many cons, in my opinion. And dermaplaning tends to be more expensive than some of the other hair removal treatments or exfoliating treatments. And the results with dermaplaning are not long lasting as other hair removal procedures, because what you're doing, you are just cutting the hair at the surface. Okay, and by cutting at the surface, that means that the hair will come out sooner. You're also nicking the skin. You're causing irritation. You are unbalancing the acid mantle, and that is why you're getting some breakouts. I hope that this tutorial has given you some pointers, some understanding, my point of view of this procedure. At the end of it all, you will have to make the decision if this is the best treatment for your skin and the value behind it. Are you happy with the end results in the long run? Remember to do your research. And what I would do if I were you, maybe do like a little patch test before you do the whole face. Treat yourself with love and respect. Until the next time, take care.